This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi, Chef KD, and Lindsay Anderson. Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Veterans Help Foundation. Relief Windows. Experience. Quality Service. Catering Cajun. Creative catering from casual to corporate. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
I'm Gary Risponi, and welcome to Paradise, Louisiana. And KD, did you get your poster from Grand Isle?
This is mine.
Miss Becky, you think it's yours.
Well, I think it's half of getting there.
You got to watch them. KD.
Hey, is this beautiful or what?
We had 3 days of constant partying and fishing and everything else, but you got to catch fish.
Hey, and we're at Superior Bait and Tackle. And let me tell you, Martin Matthews, you're getting too sharp. Check out what he's got laid out on the countertop. The new Whopper Plopper. Everybody's looking for it right where I'm talking. So guess what? A couple of them in trouble.
You ain't stopped talking about it all morning.
That's it. That's it.
That's the best bait one.
And I'm going to tell you, this artist 4 years ago decided she was going to do art. She's got 2 studios now. Amazing work. Poster for the Tarpon Rodeo. Amazing. Hey, I don't know if we could just take the whole hour telling you what we got to talk about in the hour, but we got a lot.
Thank you, Miss Becky. Really great job.
We got a ton of stuff coming at you. Neat stuff. We had great parties, great time in fishing, and all I can tell you is stay tuned. We'll be right back with a wheelbarrow load of fishing.
And believe it or not, we got a fish report.
Yes, sir.
Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. Voted Best of Louisiana Outdoors 3 years in a row.
So what are you going to do with the special time? There's just no doubt about it that this is a place where food is created differently from anywhere else in the world because it just couldn't be made.com. We're a culture made up of so many different people, loving ingredients, loving cooking styles, and they're all right here. At the end of the day, that's all made.com.
My neighbor Tony, he looked at me and said, "Man, you're crazy. You're about to leave out in this weather." And I said, "Sir, I have a tag fish to go catch."
I won this beautiful boat catching a tag redfish in Venice, Louisiana.
There's 100 redfish waiting. It all starts Memorial Day weekend. Sign up today.
Welcome to the Grand Isle International Tarpon Rodeo. It's 90 years. It was 1928 to 2018. So we consider this a mayor's party. We welcome our president, our lieutenant governor, with his non-guests. Y'all come and enjoy the rodeo.
Paradise, Louisiana.
My wife and I have been very fortunate. I'm in the oil and gas business in St. John Parish. And I store petroleum products in big storage tanks. And when they talked to me about this, we were happy that Grand Isle accepted us, and we built a nice place here, our dream home. So we wanted to do something back for the community, and I know the rodeo is a big thing in Grand Isle, so we wanted to host it and just let whoever wanted to come and have a good time come and have a good time. But I think the rodeo is a wonderful thing for Grand Isle. I mean, I don't think there's anything better.
I tell you what brings in a lot of people. We call it summertime Mardi Gras.
And Grand Isle's getting a lot better. I mean, with the airport coming and the way they restored the beaches and everything else, you just can't believe the people that come here. It's very amazing from when I was a little boy.
Y'all know how to
Very
host a
exciting.
party too. Your wife Marlene has looked around now, she's a social butterfly. She has got everybody here.
Yeah, that's a lot of help. We had to do this though, but we have good music, good food. You can't ask for nothing better than that.
That cake is beautiful. Who had that? Who made
Shelly
that?
did that on Shoreway. She made that.
That is beautiful. Look, thank you for inviting us.
Thank you. Thank you for
Paradise,
coming.
Louisiana. We take care. Maybe one day I can make a trip with you. Me and
Definitely.
KD.
Definitely.
KD's the guide. He's
All right.
the chef. He's the everything.
Well, we got enough boats in also. You just got to bring yourself. We'll definitely do that.
Thank you. Good.
Thank you for everything. Thank you so much.
There you go.
That's the big piece of the thing. Thank you very much.
I want that piece.
You want that whole slab, right?
Send that to me. You gonna put it in there?
There you go. Only Grand Isle can use your fingers on somebody else's plate.
The best part about being a member of a Touchstone Energy Cooperative is that it's your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
180s, 190s.
No way.
No, man, look.
What a way to start the Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo 2018. A new record tarpon coming in. The first tarpon, the new record, unbelievable. This is Team Monkey.
Blue Monkey.
Blue Monkey.
Mike Arsamon.
Al Sinak.
Billy Sinak.
And the winner.
Guy Paul Sinak.
John Paul. Tell us where y'all were fishing and tell us about a little bit about that catch.
We ran out before we left at 5 this morning. Ran out to the West Delta, Block 58 area, and we were fishing approximately 15 minutes before we hooked up. And we seen a few fish, and we caught them out of a big slick on a trolling line. And we fought him we hooked him at 7:30, we put him in the boat at 10:30, 3 hours on 50-pound test. And we caught him on a coon pop. Captain Coon pop.
Well, y'all from Homer, so
From
I
Homer, Louisiana.
bring it back home, the championship. But look, how many boats you saw out there this morning?
Approximately
Yeah,
10.
about 15,
15,
We really
10,
didn't,
15.
the boats were still coming in as we were leaving out, in other words, you know.
Did y'all see a lot of other fish being caught or rolling?
Yeah, one other tarpon caught, tag and release, but we saw about 6, 7 schools of tarpon, so we knew they were there, so we was just drifting through where we marked them on the GPS. And we caught this one on a 5-second short line with the swivel out the water.
Tell me one time, what did this fish weigh?
208.
208, 14.
208 pounds, 14 ounces.
What was the former record? I guess I'd ask more than
I think it was 206, they said. So we are a little excited
Y'all
today.
brought a little excitement. Had any excitement?
We needed this.
What about excitement on the water? You look like you were really excited. What about excitement on the water? Other people watching y'all?
We kind of drifted kind of away from all the other boats. You know, we started off fighting it kind of in the general area where we were at, but by the time we were finished, probably, I don't know, maybe a mile away from everyone else.
This is a young man of the crew. It must be in your blood now. This is the first time you've been on a boat with a tarpon?
No, sir. Me and my dad have been fishing past 3 or 4 years, and First time we actually caught one, I think we placed third. Third the last 2 years.
Last 2 years. Tag and release and
Sure.
we placed third.
This is the biggest one we've ever caught right here.
I knew I seen them blue eyes somewhere. Congratulations, y'all guys. You might as well stay tuned. This is the first day to International Grand.
Beat ourselves.
That's right.
We're trying to beat ourselves.
Tag and release them.
Tag and release.
Good time.
Stay tuned. We got more Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo. Right here at Sand Dollar Marina.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Y'all want to hear a clap?
When my wife and I started Relief Windows, what our goal was to give a quality job to a homeowner. Everybody's scared of contractors. We wanted to change the mold of what that is. The reason why you should pick Relief Windows to do your renovation of your home, windows, doors, hardy plank, or siding, is because of the experience, quality service of our company. We're going to show up on time. We're going to do the job right. The job's not done until you're happy and we're happy. We believe you deserve a quality job.
Welcome back to Sand Dollar. Here we are. Mr. Michael Nakan from Clinton, Louisiana. Michael, you got a lot of firsts on the board. You're the first one coming in, but tell us what you got. You got yellowfin tuna, blackfin tuna?
Yellowfin, blackfin, triple tail. We got a dolphin, but
yeah, and then you had a blue runner about
Blue-
over 10 pounds.
right,
Beautiful.
nice one. Yeah.
But we ain't gonna make the state record, but on the board. Mike, where were you fishing?
We were 150 miles south, due south of the pass. Fouchon.
What was the best bait today?
Best bait, cut pogies.
Very good. Yeah.
That's what we caught.
Who was all with you?
Me, my wife, and a couple of friends of ours.
Very good. Yeah. Clinton.
Clinton,
You know,
Louisiana.
yeah, they got a lot of Nicans in Clinton. I know there's a lot of Nicans in Homer and all this way to the south.
And we're very prolific.
Yeah, very good. Congratulations. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Good luck. Thank you. Welcome to Sand Dollar Marina. Here we are again. Grand Isle International Tarpon Rodeo, and here 22 years today. I'm talking about.
Yeah, you know, you get to be our age, it could be 23 years.
Yeah, well, Marty Bourgeois, Steve Hines. Steve, y'all been doing it all the time, and
That's
y'all
right.
mainstays.
Yep.
Tell me how we got started this morning. Thank y'all too, by the way. I was in there eating some eggs, and you called me. That first tarpon.
Yep.
I don't think it ever started off with a record.
No, I don't believe, huh? No, I can't ever recall of the first fish entered being a new rodeo record. That's correct. It makes it, you know, not just a new rodeo record, but there's also the award for first tarpon entered. So he's doubling up.
That's a good deal. I see here right now.
Yeah.
Michael Nakan brought in some tuna and 72 pounder. Ain't a
That's
bad
correct.
one, but
Yeah, it's a good start to the rodeo.
the weather looks like it might hold out. So we're probably gonna have a good rodeo, huh?
We hope so, but we're going to miss this low humidity.
That's it.
Yeah, it's fixing to get hot the next couple of days, I believe.
Y'all got it all set up like y'all always do. Thank y'all for taking time to talk to me.
All right,
God
Gary.
bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you for that phone call, so I didn't want to miss that
Thank you,
tarpon. Stay tuned for more. The Grand Isle International Tarpon Rodeo from Sand Dollar Marina.
Pause moving and storage.
We just sold our house.
Congratulations.
We have 2 weeks to move.
We'll deliver a few containers.
Our new home's not ready.
No problem. You can store things with us while you're between homes.
We might need help.
We'll refer trusted packers.
We'll be staying at my brother's.
Well, that sounds...
He has kids of his own.
Well...
5 of them.
Ma'am?
Help.
Trust us for local and long-distance moving and store at our storage centers. Pods, moving and storage, solved.
You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Give me the numbers. Put the number on in your head.
Grand Isle 2018, Miss Bethany Guidros. Bethany, tell us a little bit about Bethany Guidros.
I just recently graduated from Grand Isle High School, and I'm heading to Delgado in the fall for college. And I just want to welcome everybody to the 2018 International Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo.
That was a winner. You're a winner.
Thank you.
Welcome back to the Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo. The event coordinator, Mr. Dino Banana.
Yes, sir. How y'all doing today?
You got to be excited. The big crowd. Everything so far is going good. The rain holding off.
Weather's good the first day. It looks like it's going to be good all 3 days. This is the 90th edition of the International Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo. It started in 1928. There was a couple of years where the rodeo didn't take place because of war or the BPO oil spill weather, so we're excited.
We're excited too. Thank you for being here. We got the crab racing, but we got a lot more to come. Already got a rodeo record tarpon, so stay tuned. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
There's no better way to cool down this summer than with a delicious thirst-quenching Polar Pop Cup from Circle K. The Polar Pop Cup is the coolest way to beat the heat. Fill your Polar Pop Cup up with the flavors you crave and crushed or cubed ice. Nothing stays cold longer, so you can stay refreshed all day long. Stop in Circle K today for an ice-cold Polar Pop Cup. Polar Pop Cup, only at Circle K. Take it easy.
Hi, gang. Stay tuned for more Paradise, Louisiana. Woohoo!
Tarpon Rodeo, Miss Becky Foss. 2018 Postal winner. What an artist and what a pretty lady, and some of your work is outstanding. Tell me what you had to go through to win.
Oh my goodness. I did not know what to paint for the Tarpon Rodeo. It's a huge blessing and honor to be able to do, and I just wanted to incorporate a lot of me, which is pelicans, and a lot of color and texture. And we have the tarpon jumping out of the rodeo. I mean, out of the water, I'm sorry, at the rodeo.
Well, that's good. Beat up. Let me ask you this. How long have you been painting, and where's your studio?
So I've been painting for 5 years. I used to be a hairdresser, and I was very blessed to I guess, I didn't realize I had an ability to paint. And about 5 years ago, I went to Michael's. I spent $7 on the cheapest paint set, and I sat on my kitchen floor painting, and it's kind of just snowballed into this. I have 2 galleries, one on Magazine Street in New Orleans and one on Tchoupitoulas in New Orleans.
Tchoupitoulas, I know how to say that word. Yep. I'm going to get you to sign one. Congratulations. Thank you for coming
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo legend, Mr. Bob Breck.
Legend. You know, that implies that I'm old.
No, that's you old. You're not as old as I am. But look.
But that's old. I mean, come on. We're both up there.
How long have you been?
I've been coming to the rodeo since '82. Maybe old Doc Peterson got me involved, and in 1985 they asked me to MC, and they kept inviting me back. It was a good gig. The food, the fish, the drinks, doesn't get any better.
You're always on the board. The last few years, you're on the board.
For the same fish, though. Sheep's head. I mean, I got to get up.
Is that your specialty?
No. I'm a trout man, and I mean, we caught some really pretty trout today. 2 3-pounders, not real big, but those are nice trout.
You want to give us an idea what bait, what area, or what? That's a big secret.
Funny you should ask. I like to fish artificials. Something called the voodoo shrimp. They love the voodoo shrimp, but when they're not biting that, then you go to the live shrimp. And on the bottom, bam, they were hitting that like you wouldn't believe. So after it got beyond 10 o'clock, I went back to popping cork. Bam, they hit the popping cork.
Where were you fishing? What area? Just give me an area.
Somewhere east of the island. I'm thinking.
Boy, you talk about
it. Beyond Cooper Bell, beyond Fort Bayou, up towards the Currents Camp.
Thank you for all you do. You are definitely a legend.
If people only knew the fishing in Louisiana and other parts of the country, they'd be coming down to visit, especially for the Grand Isle Tarpon Rodeo.
Thank you. Yeah. Congratulations.
You bet, anytime.
Hey, we've been fishing together for years, as you watch the show, but I got my captain's license. I'm ready to take you out to share the kind of experience that I grew up with my family having. Give me a holler, chefkd.com. Don't tell nobody, but we gonna cook and eat pretty good on board. See you soon.
Okay, Brett, safety and car insurance.
Never scored a safety. That's defense. But go on, please.
Yeah, defensive. That's exactly how you should drive.
There is no such thing as a defensive drive. Offense makes the drive.
Oh, I mean when you're on the road.
But it doesn't matter, home or away.
Okay, clearly I'm striking out here.
That's baseball.
Get great auto rates from Farm Bureau Insurance. Call your agent today.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Grand Isle, the Admiral of the fleet, which means next year he's the president of the Tarpon Rodeo, the man, the legend, the retired, former, no longer, voice of the New Orleans Saints, Jim Henderson. Jim, you caught a big fish today, but you didn't make the board.
No, didn't make the board. Jack Gravel over 19 pounds, great fight, but some 4 or 5 pounds short of making the leaderboard, but still a lot of fun.
That's not the only fish you caught today, though, Jim. You gotta brag a little.
Well, we did well. We did well with trout and redfish, especially trout. I guess the only redfish we caught today were junior reds, rat reds, so none of which we kept. But we did a lot better with trout than we did yesterday. The conditions were a little bit more favorable. The wind laid down a little more than it did yesterday. There's actually a little breeze out there for a while, so it was really pleasant this morning.
You get to be the MC on Saturday night, but next year you're the main man. Are you going to be training to get ready?
I'm going to try to find out what I have to do for the most part. They tell me it's ceremonial, but I think there's probably more to it than that. So I'll find out from Billy this year and from past presidents like yourself exactly what this is going to mean. So I've got a whole year to think up an excuse, but I guess I'll be doing it anyway.
Well, you know what happens this afternoon at 2 o'clock? We got the crab races with Admiral Henderson. We'll be there.
We'll be there. Looking forward to that.
Come on down to Grand Isle.
What?
Hi, my name is Maurice Stockhand from the West Bank CCA. We out cleaning fish for the Second Harvest of Food Bank in New Orleans Mission. We've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 years. Before we were doing it from the West Bank chapter, the Baton Rouge chapter has been doing it probably for the last 10 years. It's a great event. We love giving back. It's just our way of giving back to the community. The West Bank chapter is really active in, fishery, so it's just, we're trying to have a good time and enjoy the festivities.
Kerry Melanson, where you from, Kerry?
I'm from here in Grand Isle. Just about, you can see my house from where we're standing. But
you got the first base stringer here on the last day. Show me the bait and tell me where you caught him. There it is. A Havoc swim bait.
Havoc swim bait. Pretty simple. Looks like a cockahole minnow. Can't go wrong. And rigged it weedless. I was fishing some grass beds. Just looking for fat short fish, and fishing a Havoc swim bait.
Show it again. Keep it out there good.
You got it.
Hit that bait. There it is.
That's it.
That's from
Yep.
Berkeley.
5-aught hook.
Berkeley.
5-aught.
With the little weight on it.
With a little weight on it.
The screw.
Yep, with a little screw.
You don't fish the one with the spinner?
No spinner. We didn't need the spinner. Not with this sun and calm conditions. They were eating everything. You got it. All right.
Welcome to the Grand Isle Rodeo 2018, and we're about to get through the weigh-in. This is a team member. This is the owner, E-Tail and Vision. Smokey Scanlon, one of the best fishermen. His mama was a tremendous
fisherman.
She was the fisherman here at Grand Isle. Everybody knows you here.
Yes, sir.
God bless you. You finally come in, you might make the board, huh?
We did. I brought my wife today. That's like the second time she's been in the Gulf. It was so calm, but the fishing was hard.
Yeah,
very, very hard. You talking about my mama? She taught me how to catch everything I know how to do.
I tell you what, I don't know who tells you about you in business, but you and your sons and everybody, y'all got a great business. They've been back of Paradise, Louisiana now, I know 13, 14 years.
Yes, sir.
I want to thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Gary.
I tell you what, congratulations. Smokey Scanlon, if you don't know who he is, everybody in about 14 parishes know who he is.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. You are very well behaved tonight. Thanks for cooperating so much. Have a great evening. Love you, Grand Isle.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
Hey, we've been fishing together for years, as you watched the show, but I got my captain's license. I'm ready to take you out to share the kind of experience that I grew up with my family having. Give me a holler, chefkd.com. Don't tell nobody, but we gonna cook and eat pretty good on board. See you soon. Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Starting to touch base with a little bit of news, but I'm sitting here, I got my notes here, and I'm trying to figure out what color. It's driving me crazy. Hey, we got a new sponsor coming on board, Visit Baton Rouge, and let me tell you something. You go downtown, you go around town, the amazing stuff that's there now. Chris was just saying he spent the weekend with the kids and went out to the new park out there on Dalrymple. There's so many opportunities there. Thank y'all for giving us the honor to talk about Baton Rouge.
Well, I've been working with Paul and them for years, from the mayor's office. And there's so many things to do in Baton Rouge, you're right, but don't give up on outdoors. We got trails, we got Blue Bonnet Park. We got some great fishing spots within 45 minutes of downtown Baton Rouge, so you can spend a day. The food is outstanding. We always got concerts and everything else going on. So when you visit Baton Rouge, you can stay a while. And then our surrounding communities. We got some of the best stores. You got Superior Bait and Tackle. You got all the Bass Pro, Cabela's, and everything around here. So if you're an outdoorsman and you want to satisfy both your wife's craving for food and entertainment, and you want to be outdoors.
You know, this weekend we had a few people say, man, it's hard for us to catch you on this channel because of the times. And I mean, we air, God, we air forever, but YouTube,
most people got satellite. Right.
We're there on YouTube, and honestly, it's really easy now because if you got an iPhone, you can just stream it right to your TV. But on a really cute note, congratulations, Gary Rasponi, Chris Lecoq. Y'all have won an Excellent in Craft Award from the Louisiana Outdoor Writers Association.
But we ain't
don't
gonna know what it is, right?
That's it. But
we'll
congratulations.
find out at the conference.
But going into news, you know, there's a bill in Congress. Everything right now is pointing towards investing back in our fisheries and all. But anyway, Senate Bill 3223, if it passed, will send $19 billion to us to help conserve more than 700 non-game fish and wildlife species and habitats down in Louisiana. Also, the Recovering America's Wildlife Act complements the bill 4647. So there's two bills working. If both of them in conjunction could end up putting in excess of $35 million back into it. All I can tell you, I appreciate a lot of the guys and gals up there understanding what this means. Because with that in place, it is definitely going to make a big difference. Now, we got another fishery season getting ready to open on another species.
But you got something I saw that you pointed out to me, by the way. One of them legislators up there is Jeff Fortenberry, the Republican from Nebraska. Guess where he was raised?
Well, Fortenberry, I know he's from down here.
There you go. He went to Catholic High, you told me that.
But
Good.
you know what? Big old reef donkeys are back. Amberjack, you know.
That's a bulldog of the sea for sure. There ain't no way you can keep them bulls.
Look.
I got broke in one time. I could have swore he was 100 pounds. He was in the 30s.
I know one time I fished without exercising before, and I'll never do it again.
We had one triggerfish, I ain't gonna mention the name, come to the landing, and the guy says, "It ain't open, I thought it." No, he said. Maybe master said, "It's not open right now." That's triggerfish, and Don used to always show how you make that tell it's a triggerfish. So we got some season open up, and they run through all the way to October 31st. KD, red snapper, there's a bunch of them caught this weekend.
He's still doing good, though. Only had 506,000 pounds against the 743. You know,
it.
But all the great news, I heard wind of, hey, a fish kill. Well, I saw it. And I'm going to tell you, we were in front of Elmer's Island towards Fouchon and just started seeing bull reds, stingrays, sharks. And I mean, not one or two, I mean hundreds. And talking to the guys that are out there, pogie boats came and got real close. And when they net in, when a fish gets caught in the net, he's going to drown. But you're talking about massive kill of fish.
So far, I saw it. It was on Sportsman on the website. But where? It definitely wasn't a red tide. It was pogie boat cut.
Who knows the definite? There's nothing written up.
A lot of people were reporting coming in.
People that I know said that, but you know something
Bobby
was fun?
Black and all those people fishing there said it was unbelievable. Some of them had already starting to deteriorate and starting to smell.
Well, hey, listen to this. I got a Canadian hot potato story. So I got my charter. I got a guy, you know, my son-in-law's dad's down from Canada, stepdad. And they want to get a picture with the shark. Well, I can take a tooth out that shark. I said, no problem, boss. I'll pull up to that shark. Say, just grab the fin, pick him up. And you ain't never seen somebody drop something like that as when he caught a whiff of that shark. He'd been dead for 4 or 5 days. So that's a Canadian hot potato.
There you go. Some more good news. The Louisiana ball acre population shows growth according to the latest net survey. If you ever been in by a black Toledo bed, I don't care where you go right now. If you know your birds, you see them tall trees and them nests, you're gonna spot a ball.
You know, that's amazing right now how much is recovering. But guys, take care of everything out there. Respect some of these nesting areas and all when you're out, especially on the ground. And you know, a lot of these birds are nesting where we serve fish. Be very careful about that. But we got a whole bunch of fishing coming up, a lot of rodeo stuff. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna be right back with a lot more of God's Paradise on Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Unlimited Wash Club memberships start at $14.99 a month. Wash, rinse, and repeat every day. Join Benny's Unlimited Wash Club at one of Benny's 7 locations.
The perfect event calls for the perfect spread of authentic Cajun cuisine. And Catering Cajun has the planners, packages, and chefs to ensure your event is long remembered. For weddings, corporate lunches, or anything in between, give us a call.
Hey, welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. Time for the H&H Tournament Report. Man, look, every time you turn around another tournament, but I got to do a little swag here for our Gonzalez boy, Greg Hackney. He is on fire this year for the Bassmaster Elites. And look.
What's this, 2 out of 3 years
He has a chance. He has a chance at 2 out of 3, and almost could have been 3 out of 3, but he had a bad day. Now look, even the pros evaluate safety, and they postponed one of their tournaments because it rained so much, had high water, and guess what they were more concerned about? Stuff floating around. Does that bring up a memory of somebody who hit some high water and knocked the motor off a boat with Mike in his boat?
Yeah.
I'll never forget it. But he's got a 30-point lead right now in the Angler of the Year contest. Made the money in all 6 events. Fishing against the top 150 fishermen in the world, make the money every time. Unbelievable. He is definitely, you know when they talk about in the zone's fishing hard every day in the moment. It ain't no zone, it's just staying there. But he knew one thing. It fished his strength, a heavy jig and cover, but he was really worried about limiting out every day. But he managed it, even with the charge from Brandon Card, who came in the last day with a 21.02 stringer, was still hung in there, put the 100 grand in the bank. But coming back local, right down there at Blind River, another one of these tournaments. These next 2 tournaments are kind of near and dear to my heart because they get down to the reality of our future fishermen. Tell them about that one, Gary.
This is the Pelican. You're talking about one of the oldest rodeos around, over 30 years. Craig Calcano, yeah, he sent us this to St. James Boat Club, the Junior Shoe Pick Rodeo. This is a kids-only rodeo, August 5th. St. James Boat Club. And remember, you had to register. It still costs you 25 cents. So you might have to borrow something to wash and clean your mama's.
You got some quarters on your dash. I saw them up there.
Always. We'll take care of it. Tell them, hey, if you don't have your quarter, you tell them at the landing that KD and get Mr. Gary going to take care of it. We'll send them a check. This is a kids on the rodeo. Mention that all participants must be registered before fishing. So you got to go there and register. Great prizes, great fun. First, second, third place, and largest fish and most fish caught.
Ages 1 to 15.
That's 1 to 15, that's right. I wonder how many.
Bank fishing only. All right?
I got it.
That's what it is. Now, here, our local boys right up the street from my place. They're going to be hosting the tournament Saturday.
That's another tournament. That's the Eastern Ascension Sportsman League Kids Fishing Rodeo. I don't know how old it is, but the guy on the side of me was one of the first winners. How old were you when you won? How old are you right now? 65?
65. I'm close to 65 enough to claim.
So how old were you then? About 5? That's 60?
5 years old. And that morning I walked in a ground waltz nest. I'll never forget that. And Daddy said, look, shut up and fish. Yes, sir. I was whining, boy.
Yeah, some nice. You whine all the time.
Come on now. The pot's calling the kettle black. All right, you ready? How them Cowboys say it?
That's pretty
outside. You ready?
It's gonna be over there at Twin Lakes.
Twin Lakes, 79. But I'm ready for the Bulls. Ride the bull. How them Cowboys do that, right?
We cover it every year. You got a kayak. You know I got a kayak.
You ever jump on one of them and outside? And let
no.
Oh, come on now.
You got that hat on.
Hey, I've done it before.
Well, Chris usually handles that for us. I've been there a bunch of years. I watched one of the greatest coaches in the world, Miss Dee Bro. She come in 6th one year. She led it for the first morning. But to see that, Chris made the comment one time. We had the drone up there, and you look at it, if you're crossing a bridge, you see cars slowing down. It looked like somebody spilled a big old box of Crayolas for.
That's a good comparison. A bunch of crayons.
All floating, all the colors.
But I mean, in its
look how many people.
Over 700 boats. Conceivably, one of the world's largest tournaments, for sure the largest, kayak tournament. But it's kind of neat. because they got boats that'll run out there and check the fish and get them in and get them. I mean, they pretty well organized.
Yeah.
Anything they do on either end of the island,
Yeah.
Sand Island, Bridgeside, let me tell you something.
Well,
They
you know,
make
you
it
got to
happen.
give a lot of credit to Danny. And
Danny
and
Rick.
his sweet wife passed away, and a lot of it's done in honor. CCA took it over. CCA is one of the good things they're doing. Besides building reefs and making people aware of what's going on, CCA out there jumping, taking over this tournament. So a lot of volunteers out there be with CCA, and our own Chris Lecoq probably be there.
Well, you
than
know,
us.
everybody thinks, oh yeah, you got that job, you sticking pins in fish and fishing all the time. I've seen Rad trash a guy, congratulations, a hard working man. Sweating, working all day, checking fish, weighing fish, networking with people. It's only grown because, you know, David Cresson, you're talking about Rad and all the team over there at CCA,
Well,
they making it happen.
Well, you saw the video, you know, the CCA was over there cleaning fish for the harvest at the Grand Isle Rodeo, and there was stacked up meats, 100 quart.
They used to not worry about the fish when they went in. Now, the underprivileged, the hungry, the homeless, they get food from this, and that's just a smart
A lot
thing
of
to do.
good food, too.
God says don't waste it, and they follow
What
his
else we
direction.
got, Kay?
Well, we
Let's
got the
roll.
big Labor Day coming up, too. So we know that's coming up a whole
Well,
bunch
I
of
got
stuff
a
in
re-
Bridgeside, but
I
you
got
got
a
the liars
report.
and lunkers.
Liars and lunkers. By the way, thank y'all guys for including us and sending in your report, and we'll be glad to do it. Keep sending emails, send it early, and we'll come back later this year. They're going to have a fall tournament. But right now, that the summer series is in books. It's had 12 qualified teams showed up. Lock 1 in Pearl River, July 29th, to battle for the share of the classic spot. Anglers were allowed to launch on either side, but the top three teams came out of West Pearl. So that was the hottest one. Almost all the bass were on the riverside. During the weigh-in, anglers were treated to free food and drinks. But let me tell you this, to make it quick, Jay Breedlin and Matt Lee won with 9.76 pounds. Jay Matt also had the biggest bass of the day, weighed in at 3.24. Second place, Kevin Harrison and Aaron Moran at 890. They're all close weights. And rounding out the top three was Steve Hadley and Dwayne Crumley. So,
You know, paralleling that, you know, I got the results from the July 29th tournament on Oh Funk It, You Funked It, boy. Brandon Sanchez, first place with 10.5, Big Bass 334. Paul Powell, second with 993, and his Big Bass 314. Sean Hartman was third place with 8.60. Look,
you know,
kind of
ain't
the
many
same
people
weights.
can pronounce Tafunk.
The Funk It, You Funked It. Now, I tell you what, that's one of the most scenic rivers you can ever go down. It is just beautiful. But now all our local boys, they're heading up to Kentucky. In fact, they'll be competing and or will have finished competing by the time we air. But the Junior High Bass Masters, they're going to actually be fishing on Lake Cal County Lake, and they're going to fish Wednesday and Thursday. And that's for the juniors. We have two teams in that. But for the high school, they're going to fish Thursday and Friday on Kentucky Lake, and the top 12 fishing Saturday. We have 21 teams. Like that Cajun say, that's more than I got if I take my shoes off. I got to find another digit to carry over.
That's
21 teams. That's amazing. Gene Hoover, Jim Bro, Miss Joan, Miss Cindy. Thank y'all and all the people that work with you. It's a huge team. Y'all are making this something that
And y'all making our show popular by sending that, so keep it up.
and the future of fishing. All right?
it.
Well, stay tuned. We'll be heading back to a little bit more.
All these bait shops gonna appreciate that too. Them boys gonna buy. They be like you.
Yeah. I got watching for these high school kids come snitching my car.
Your wife ever give you a budget?
Huh?
To buying bait?
Yeah,
No, a lot of people now, you know, you here with me. I get a lot of freebies, you know, but you
Okay,
you
here
still
we go.
buy.
I got to share this with you. I'm going to come on your side. We down with the crappie socket last weekend. And I'm going to tell you, Chuck Foles, that guy got it together. So he said, KD, I got a care package rigged up for Gary with all these baits. He said, just get with him. I said, whoop, time out. Don't give Gary a package and tell me to go get from Gary. You give KD a package, you give Gary a package, because I fish. I'm going to be using them. You go have them cubby hole and tell me, man, look, Should have told me, KD, I had some of them beans.
I give him.
I got my
probably
beans.
He did. He had a good show, and a lot of those people had a good show.
We got a cooking
Let's go
and
to
fishing
work.
town crowd. Let's go to work. We'll be right back.
In Louisiana, our state parks are the perfect family destination. With nearly 180 miles of trails through park grounds and historic sites, you can endlessly explore nature, try some kayaking or world-class fishing, then find the perfect campsite or settle into a cozy cabin. Louisiana is calling, and she's using her outside voice. Plan your escape today at www.lastateparks.com.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
Hey, welcome back. It's about that time for the Berkeley Abel Garcia fishing report. And Lord knows, I was running out of ink trying to get everything figured out because people caught some fish. We saw it from the tournaments. But
you caught fish. Everybody caught fish. Me.
But look, I'm also sitting under the pier, watching the way, and I look at that sunset. Check this beautiful sunset out. God just does amazing stuff. This was one in pastels, and then our old boy Henry Mouton said us this thing: why Cajuns are fat. He said these other states don't have an excuse. We got plenty. Which I think now comes to the John Bernhardt section of our show, because Lord knows this guy is still going strong, still catching all those beautiful brim on worms right in Amelia, right by the landing. But Lonnie and Brooks Reed, father and son, amazing batch of fish. Scott Shirley on Saturday, and JP and Brooks show off some pretty brim that they caught.
And then our old friend Kenny Haynes over there at Bro Bridge Boys, he showed me 7 bass he caught late morning that morning using watermelon fluke. The big one was 5.5, the smallest one was 2.8. Kirsten Cahoon sending me pictures over there, her and the boys and them, they're catching those fish, fishing a lot of grass, and I'll tell you more about it later. I don't want to give a spot away, but Kristen's one of the best bass fishing ladies around, and she's good about sending us a lot of information.
All them kids with the fish last week shows the apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Well, look at you. That nice brim. That's from your buddies over there.
Chris and Chuck
Chris
Dufour.
Dufour, called in Lake Kennison. Notice how black and big they are? I mean, they're big like the old days is getting, huh? Remember how big?
And then they've had a Sockeye trip. I didn't get time to get the picture, but, you know, getting a chance, two brothers as they get
What about you? What happened to your picture? Our good friend, Hoover.
Man, he's catching all the big fish. I can't put all them fish. It make me look bad.
You can make it look bad. Catch them on a
Luckalo in Lake Kennison, over 6 pounds.
You see all these really nice sac-a-lait from Toledo Bend, 163 mule sac-a-lait. And I'm talking about, he put on small spinners. He meant to say shiners. They caught them on shiners Toledo Bend last Tuesday and Wednesday. The crew was Willie Bristol, Greg Brown, Curtis Hart, and Mike Allen. Mike, thank you for keeping me posted. I'm still waiting on my invitation. And last week, KD, they had a misprint in the paper, and we just recopied it. We ought to know better, huh? Florida State record bluefin tuna caught by the boat owned by Thomas Turner of Turner Industries. Fish caught by Rick Whitley, weighed in at 826 pounds, 8 ounces.
And you know,
is that a monster, huh?
Back to our rodeo this weekend, another series of legends, because Guy Signac came in fact, you called me up right at the beginning of the tournament, all excited, 208-pound tarpon rodeo record, 90 years, busted the record had been standing for 40-something. He is the 3rd generation of Signacs that win the largest tarpon at the rodeo.
And I'll tell you another thing about him. Thanks to the weighmasters, Steve and Mr. Martin, they took my number. We got up late because, you know, we were running from Venice. I was there eating breakfast. He said, get here. We got one coming in. Happened to be a state record. We got them going crazy. So thanks to Trevor, Van Prine.
Hey,
And
Trevor
he
Van
did that.
Prine, you a
And-
trooper.
and,
He worked it all.
We got it all.
And your buddy Jody, Captain Jody Donowar, he's got a nice report coming
yeah,
in
he's
here.
starting to catch a bunch of trout again, and he's sending in pictures. He had a little slack there for a while, but he wouldn't catch, not catching fish. I guess he was too busy. Fish to send us a report, but he's back sending. Another report I got is from Andy Stewart again, from Island Marina. Then West Wiz died down. It was real tough. People were catching, a few people were catching. You remember Mike Stevenson,
Right.
and them were catching, but some of the captains wasn't. But they turned back on right now. That water came in. The trout are born in numbers along the platforms and in the grassy marsh too. They're catching the redfish and bass. Now my son-in-law, my grandson and his buddies had another great one. They ran all a little bit further down to Benton.
Well, you say grandson, my son-in-law Mike Renault, and his stepdad came in from Canada. We had an amazing trip, went in front of the island, all pumped, they didn't have shrimp, so we bought some of that dynamite, croakers from Britside, but they didn't want them Friday morning. We got in front of the island, one trout. Of course, I picked on them about smelling all them stinky fish. Came in, bugging them, had a few shrimp, went behind the island. 2 hours, we got our limited trout.
I want to talk about Grand Isle. And
Oh.
you're talking about finding shrimp. A
Boy,
lot of
you
people
talk about
couldn't find shrimp. People
deja
found
vu.
shrimp. People who couldn't catch them on croaker. It's been live shrimp. You got to prove that point. But a lot of people went to plastics. Voodoo shrimp, gulp shrimp. Everybody's talking about different things, but gulp shrimp, it was one of them. But this is right here. I want y'all to see
Avocado
it.
red.
Avocado red, but what we used to call motor oil. H&H sparkle bin on one. Double rigging, using it. This is a shrimp. Some people I used to call it firecracker, but I'm wrong. But firecracker got blue in it.
Right.
But it imitates the shrimp. We used to put the little ones behind a topwater bait.
Oh, I can remember as a kid, shad rig in the surf, just fishing real
That's it.
slow, and then when
That's
the
it.
flounders got in, put in a piece of shrimp. Man, that's amazing.
It's amazing.
But you know,
This
when we
is-
went in front of the island, and we got the shrimp for the day we went out, when we got behind the island, we just started wearing them out. But I went to plastic just to save shrimp. And when you're using shrimp in the bite zone, well, one person can fish plastic because you're keeping that smell in the water. But how about this thing, Corn Commerdale? If that's not a lane from Grand Isle. Big trout on the rocks with live pogies. There's always the option to
He
go
was
throw that
fishing
cast
with his
net.
grandfather.
Yep.
Dana
Dana
Fricky.
Fricky. How
Yeah.
about my old buddy, okay? And this, you talk about another legend, Sal Inazo? Is that how you say it?
That's it.
All right. He said it's a little bit too hot to be down in Delacroix, but he fishes it every weekend. I met him with his dad. They used to bring all the vegetables and all to all the places around Gonzales. But he said, hey, the bite's back on in Delacroix, and really enjoyed it. And how about Zachary Dominique, Bruce Dodd, and John Sheremy with Dominique's four-place tarpon? Had to show this picture, 108 pounds.
You know, we saw so
Caught
many
on the boat, what? The catfish and the fat
well,
lawyer.
how many people you and I saw, they really turned to mangrove? They had some mangrove limits coming in like crazy. Right now, from Venice all the way down, you know, we got more coming next week. Next week we don't have a fishing report. We're going to give you more reports about the faux pas. Chris was down there, and we was down there the day before with the fish. So we got a lot of stuff coming up next week.
You know, Sal
but it
closed
won't
out.
be a fishing report next week, so don't fuss at it.
Now, Sal closed out. He says, man, look, I hadn't really been going a lot, fish biting slow. He said, it's just too hot. It's tough getting old. But Sal, it's way worse to be getting old than the alternative, okay? So just take your time and watch the heat.
I got to
your
talk
neighbor,
again.
Your neighbor, Miss Sylvia Terrio, sent a picture of this king mackerel caught behind train Saturday the 28th in the Ship Shoal area. They all caught all their fish. The other shots are hind train, Ethan Pham, Kevin, and Sylvia Terrio. Nice drum right here with Ethan Pham and the camp on Bias Alley. All their fish were caught in the Ship Shoal area. And you see this other picture with Kevin Terrio. A lot of stuff. Now,
I got you. Dwayne Chapman coming from Minden. He'll all be down here for the Legislative Rodeo next week. But he said he had a missionary and two sons from Sudan, Africa. He said, I'm not surprised, but the heat didn't bother him at all.
Yeah, they didn't have any trouble with
This
the
weekend at Coco, they pictured here is Shannon Davis, and Walker Lewis. They had 31 nice trout, all caught on live cockahoe. See, that's a great alternative people forget. They were fishing out of West Timberlake Beach. And then we just got word this morning, our old good friend, Mr. Ronnie Klein. He guides in Cocodrie, and he's been all around there. He's been hammering the fish over there. He caught some on top last week when it was calm. He fished in a little puppy, the she-dog, or what he goes, the she-dog is one of the puppies. He said it didn't make a difference what color, but walking the dog and stopping it was a secret. But he also picked these out. This is what he picked out. The Caco
Been around forever and they still work.
Oh, that's it.
But you know, closing out the fishing report, keep on keeping on. Beginning in the middle of the week, it got real tough. Hercules said, man, we were fighting 20, 40, 50 fish. All of a sudden, bam, Grand Isle Dynamite out there, the croakers in the water, just wearing out some beautiful trout. Moral of the story is, it's always fishing, it's not always catching. So y'all get out there and keep fishing, and then you'll make catching.
And I'm gonna leave you one thought too. KD, remember what we told you before you got here. You can't watch us on some of your stations.
YouTube it.
YouTube it. Tell your neighbors. People say, what happened to the show? A lot of people ask, what happened to the show? We're on YouTube. Our website's getting restructured, so you know we used to have something on our website, but the best way to get us or watch us anytime, anywhere is on YouTube. KD, another good job, but next week I'll remind y'all, it won't be no fishing report.
That's it. We'll see you later. Love y'all. Take care of this paradise that God gave us.
Paradise, Louisiana is brought to you by Circle K. Taking it easy, Louisiana State Parks. Follow your outside voice to our parks and historic sites. Farm Bureau Insurance. Demco, your touchstone energy cooperative. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. Veterans Help Foundation. Relief Windows. Experience. Quality service. Catering Cajun. Creative catering from casual to corporate. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.